In today's video, I am going to be doing a multi-inking technique to really customize the sentiment of my card. Hi everyone, I'm Mindy Eggen and welcome to my channel. I would love it if you subscribed, liked this video, and shared it with your friends. I'm going to be using the Friendship Bingo stamp set because I thought it was a super fun design and I love how you can kind of pick and choose the boxes just like a bingo card. So I'm going to use my Misti stamping tool to do all of my stamping. I placed that bingo card onto some white cardstock. This is 4¼ by 5½ inches and it is Hammermill Cardstock. So the first thing I am going to do is mask off the word bingo because I want to do that in a variety of colors and I just want the bingo card itself to be in black. So I put a piece of Post-it tape across the top and I'm inking up the bingo card in the Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink. Now just be sure to remove your Post-it tape before you stamp it down. So I did go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to close the door of my Misti and stamp this. Now I am going to stamp it twice because there are a lot of words on here. It's small print and they are very fine print. So I'm going to stamp it again just to make sure I'm getting a really good transfer. I'm going to make sure that my cardstock is still tucked in that bottom left-hand corner. I'm going to place that Post-it tape back over the top of my letters, and then I can ink up that stamp set again, making sure to remove the Post-it tape before I stamp this down. And now I have perfectly crisp black stamped images. I went ahead and cleaned off my stamp set just using a stamp chamois, and now I'm going to bring in some ink cubes. So I have the Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated ink in all of these ink cubes that I keep in a clear storage kind of bead case, I think the type of it is. And I picked out a really fun rainbow of color. Now I want to do each letter on the word bingo as a different color. So I'm taking my Post-it tape and I'm masking off the letter B. The first color I'm going to start with is Bubblegum ink, and the ink cubes come in super handy for something like this. So I'm going to carefully just pounce my mini ink cube over the letter B, peel up that Post-it tape, and stamp that down. Again, to make sure I'm getting a really good transfer of ink, I'm going to make sure that my cardstock is tucked down in that bottom left-hand corner. I'm bringing in my L-shaped mask that I created with my Post-it tape, and I'm going to ink it up again in that same color, remove my Post-it tape mask, and stamp that down. I'll then clean off my stamp set and get ready to create a mask for the letter I. Now I try to use or reuse as much Post-it tape as I can. When I'm doing that though, I'm going to flip it so it's the other side. That way I'm not picking up any of that pink ink on my next color of ink cube, because with the Post-it tape, it doesn't quite sink in very fast. So I do kind of rotate the tape. Now notice I started my mask from the right-hand side, then I laid down one on the bottom and then one on the left. And one thing I found that was kind of helpful was that if I started that way where each piece is kind of connecting, it was really easy to just peel up the Post-it tape on one side and all of the pieces come with it. So that one I stamped in an orange. I will have all of the colors listed at the top of the screen as I'm using them. So I stamped my orange, then I'm going to clean off the stamp set, mask off the next letter, which is the letter N. Now this one I'm bringing in Sunbeam. So it's a really nice bright yellow. Inked that up, removed my mask, and stamped that down. And I will continue it this way, cleaning off the stamp, adding my mask for the rest of the letters. Now, here and there, I do switch up and get a new piece of Post-it tape, again, because I don't want to transfer any of that ink to my mini ink cubes. So this next color, I'm going with a green, which is going to be Limelicious. Peel off that mask and stamp it down. So this is a really quick and easy way to get kind of your own custom colors at the top, or you could just stamp them all one color. I thought doing a rainbow would just be really fun. My last color that I'm using is Surf. And there I have bingo in this fun rainbow assortment at the top of my card. Then we have a free space and I'm going to add one of the sentiments to the center there, but there is a variety on this stamp set that you could do. There's stars, hearts, circles, I think there is. So you could really put anything in the center space. I'm going to use this friend freebie, I think it is, and I'm just stamping that in the black ink. Now, with the bingo card, you can pick and choose which sentiment you want to add your bingo markers to. You could do a fun design. I really wanted to do kind of this diagonal using those same rainbow of colors. So I brought in the mini ink cubes, I brought in the circle stamp set that's included on the stamp set, and I'm just using a small acrylic block, which makes this go super quick. I just make sure to clean off my circle stamp in between, and I'm using these same colors for the circles in the same row as that coordinating letter. So in the column with the B, I did the pink. Same thing with the I did the orange, and I did this really fun diagonal pattern going across the front of my card. Then for the center square, there is a star stamp set that I thought looked really cool, so that one is going to go in the center, stamped in the yellow, just like that N. We also have the word friendship in this beautiful scripty font. Now there is a coordinating die for this, but I really thought it would look cool just stamped in black over the top of my rainbow letters. So I lined that up as best as I could, centering that, and then I'm going to ink it up in the Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink. Now you could create the front of your card just using this panel, make it a really clean one-layer card, but I wanted to add dimension, so I found a size rectangle in my Hero Arts nesting rectangles that fit just around the edges. So I'm holding that down with some Easy C tape, and I'm going to die cut it using my Gina K Designs Intri-Cut Die Cut Machine. So I place my cutting mat down. I'm going to bring in my panel with my die and place that down so that the cutting edge of the die is facing down into the cutting mat. And I kind of put mine at a diagonal and then put my platform on top and run that through. To add my dimension to my panel, I'm going to layer the back of the card with some Alt-New foam tape. This gives it just a little bit of a lift, but doesn't add too much bulk to my card. For the card front itself, I could have went with either black or white would have looked really nice, but I kind of wanted to tie in one of the colors from my card, and that could have been any one of these colors. I went for the pink, which is the first stamped color that I used, so I found a Bubblegum pink cardstock that looked really nice, matched really well, and so I used that for my card front. So how super fun is this design? I really love this. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. I am in love with it. And there's so many ways you can use it yet because there's so many other areas that I can stamp off. This is also a great way to dig out your mini ink cubes and put them to use. I will have all of my supplies listed down below in the video description and over on my blog, which is also linked down below. Thanks so much for stopping by and see you soon.